What is up, guys? Justin Phillip here. Welcome back to another episode of Dog Times Productions. First off, let me just thank all of you for watching this, and actually thank you to the ones that have been hitting me up on Facebook and Instagram, and even right here on YouTube, commenting on the show and talking and stuff, and I love that interaction and the feedback, so thank you very much for that. I've been away for a little bit. I've been working as the director of photography with a new Facebook channel called LOL Parenting, and it's been really fun working with those guys, and we got lots of great footage. I can't wait to show you guys the final product. There is a few things already out with them that I shot last year, and I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can check them out, or you can just search on Facebook LOL Parenting. There is one show I shot for them called Mommy Hacks. Please don't be a hard judge with me on that one. The cinematography work is supposed to be wonky because the camera guy is also a character in the show. It's just supposed to be like the lady's neighbor who just happens to own a camera. So it's a little janky, but it's supposed to be, okay? So go easy. But over the past week, we've been shooting more narrative work for their channel, which is really exciting. And I just can't wait to show you guys. We have behind the scenes footage that we got, and I'm just going to slowly start rolling that stuff out along with these gear review videos, and it should be cool. But today, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what this particular episode is all about. Now, inside this box here, I'm hoping, I always open these boxes and I don't quite know for sure what's exactly in it, but so far we've been good on getting what I predict to be in here. But what I think is in here is something I've been putting off purchasing for about 2 years now. And it has a little something to do with speed boosters. Now, if you haven't seen my notorious video, the infinity focus test of the Kaipon Bavais versus the Viltrox EFM2, I encourage you to check that out if you haven't seen that already. I got a lot of hits on that and a lot of feedback, especially on some of these Facebook groups. And a lot of people, after I put that out, they sent me this video with this German guy in Germany speaking German, comparing the Metabones with the Viltrox with the Kaipon Bavais. And I couldn't understand anything he was saying. I didn't understand the clips he was showing. I couldn't understand when he was pixel peeping and when it was just an actual picture. I tried my best copy and pasting some of the words into Google Translator, but then I thought, you know what, screw this. I'm just gonna buy a Metabones myself and do the American version. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, let's do this. Now, here's the funny thing too. When I went to the post office to pick this up, I knew I was buying a Metabones. This is the Viltrox. Look how bad the Viltrox tries to copy Metabones. It looks like almost exactly like the Metabones case. But I know how large a speed booster box is. The UPS guy brought this out, or the USPS guy. Excuse me. The USPS guy brings out this huge box, and I'm thinking, is that the speed booster? But I see he double packed it. It's someone on eBay that cares about the product that he's sending. Actually, when I purchased this lens from somewhere, I don't know where, this Rokinon 35, it came in a little cardboard box like that and bubble wrap. But when I opened the box, the bubble wrap was rolled up next to the lens, and the lens is just kind of floating around all free willy-nilly in the box. And that's probably why I'm not 100% satisfied with the performance of that lens. Or it could be that it's just a shitty lens. Who knows? So let's get into this right now. Okay, now see this guy. This is nice. This is like a Russian doll packaging here. Let's see. All right, this is nice. Whoever I bought this from, somewhere in Jupiter, Florida. Let's see. Yep, Jupiter, Florida. Wow. Okay, let's open this up. Yeah, now I can't wait. We are going to do a full-on test. We're going to use the charts. We're going to use real-life scenarios. Wow. Canon EF to Micro Four Thirds. Yes, this is for my GH5, or I can put it on my GH4 or my trusty G85. I'm a little bit of a Lumix fan, if you haven't noticed. Oh my gosh, now look at that. Isn't that funny? The Viltrox and the Metabones. That is so funny. Wow, this is cool. Now, one little thing I must say is that this is an old school version. This isn't the Ultra, and it's not the XL. This is actually the S. and it actually has the same as the Ultra. It's still the times, what are all they all are the same, the times 0.7. So this is the first generation of the Ultra. So it's not the newest Ultra, it's the first generation. So I do have to put that disclaimer out. With that being said, it was only $300, so I couldn't say no, you know. But there she be. I can't wait to get it on this bad boy, and we'll start. First off, I want to start with the Rokinon 50. Now, the Rokinon Cine lens is I like the 50 mil. I don't really care for the 85 that much, but I use it. The 35 Cine stays at home. I'm trying to sell that thing for $275, by the way, if anyone's interested. Because I don't know, all I have to compare that to beyond my vintage lenses is the Sigma 18-35, and it just blows that Rokinon 35 out of the water. So while I was working on LOL Parenting, I used 4 lenses. I used primarily my Sigma 18-35 for all my mid close-ups and mid wides, and then I used and for regular wides, and then I used the Tokina 11-16 for super wides, and then the 50 Rokinon Cine for the close-ups, and then the 85 Rokinon Cine for the extreme close-ups. Because on a GH5, even with the 85 mil with a speed booster, and I'm shooting in 4K, it's still an 85 mil is still the equivalent of about a 115 millimeter, and that's an extreme close-up for me, you know. But I like to shoot things primarily wide, so I kind of stay to the 18-35 for the most part. But those are the only 4 lenses I shot with over the whole duration of shooting the narrative work with LOL Parenting. Without further ado, oh wow, yeah, much sharper on the edges. Oh wow, yeah. Look at the edges of this coat. Well, I wish I could show you guys what the Rokinon looks like on the Viltrox, but oh, I forgot the whole reason I started this whole escapade. Landed Cashmere Films. I know what you're saying. Oh yeah, man, just put a little piece of tape in there. Put a little piece of gaff tape on there, and yeah, just do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's not the point of this video. The point of the video is to say, hey man, it doesn't work. Check out that flag in the background. We're at 11 millimeters on the Tokina 11-16 with the Metabones. Look at that infinity focus on that toy machine flag. Now we're gonna go into 16 mil. It's not a powerfocal zoom, so give me 1 second to readjust. There's the Tokina 11-16 set at 16 millimeter on the Metabones. Yeah, I like that. Okay, here we are with the Tokina on the Viltrox, and we are at 11 millimeters right now with the Viltrox, and this is the best I can get that back flag in focus with the Viltrox. We're going to punch in at 16 millimeters, and as you can see, now it can attain infinity focus on the flag at 16, but if you back it off to 11, and I try to readjust it, and it's just, no, that's the best I can get it. So there you go, the Viltrox once again failing at infinity focus. I have tried my best at readjusting the glass inside. Everyone keeps saying that I got the faulty one. I don't know. On the Sigma, it works fine. I can get infinity focus on the Sigma. And here is the Kaipon Bavais. Same lens, Tokina 11-16. Here we are at 11 millimeters, and as you can tell, I can tell just on the little tiny screen, the focus peaking is way more stronger and brighter and everywhere on that back flag with the Kaipon, whereas the Viltrox, it was not popping up like that. But we will pixel peep this. Okay, so this is at 11 mil. Now let's zoom into 16, and there it is. The Tokina at 16 mil on the Kaipon Bavais.
I do think that the Kite Bomb Bav Eyes is not as bright as the Metabones and Viltrox, so that is something. And yeah, there we go. Now we get a little bit of a partifocal zoom